Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this video, we'll be basically building a accordion component. Let me show you a demo of it. We'll be having this header where when we click on it, it's going to basically show us the content. And if we click it back again, the content is going to be hidden away. And both are independent of each other, as you can see. And this is going to be written in completely vanilla JavaScript. And whether this video is a part of the playlist where I'm basically going through front-end machine coding interview questions. So if you're interested, you can check out the whole playlist. Other than that, we can just come back to it. This code now, what we'll do is like, just let me walk you through. We have a basic div container. This is going to be a accordion container. This is going to be the styles. I'll be explaining the styles as that we go. But the main logic, I'll just explain now itself. What we have is like we have a header and content. Content is the thing which has the content inside it. Okay. So whenever we click on anything, it's going to basically make it active. And when, and in our styles, what we have done is like by default content is display none, this content. But whenever it has a sibling of it, as you can see, the VS Code is helping us here. Whenever we have a sibling which has an active class, at that point of time, the content is going to become display block. Basically, it's going to become block, and we can see the output. It's quite simple in one way. We are using the CSS here. You could have went with different ways also. I felt this CSS way was interesting and easy also, I guess. Anyway, so for lib.js, we have to write a code, but let me show the interface. We'll be basically sending a container and we'll be getting a data also. Okay. The title is going to be anything which you want. Content I'm giving it in HTML. Title also you could have given in HTML. Basically, you could have passed HTML itself here, and you could have suppose some buttons also here. I wanted to keep it simple, so that's why I went with this approach. So for lib.js, we can come here now. In the index.js, we are just taking an accordion function using that. So we can export it. We're going to take a config. We'll create a clone out of the config. We're going to iterate over the default config. Default config. Let me write a container outside here. Basically, I'll declare global variable container. And when we write a function create accordion, we'll first check container a selector will be getting the default config dot container. And for some reason, if we don't find a container, then we're just going to return. Otherwise, we'll just create a fragment. We're going to just iterate a default config data. This is going to have what title and content. And we'll create an accordion fragment. And we'll create an accordion element. Dot. So first, we'll basically create a header. We already have a style for it. This is what header, and we need to give a data set of it to it also. Uh, Data set as such is required for header only. So we need to give it position equal to index. Mm, I think it work fine. Yeah, you're gonna get the index. And for accordion header dot inner HTML is gonna be title. And for accordion content equal to document dot create element accordion content class test dot add content inner HTML equal to content. Now inside accordion flag dot append child will be accordion header. So will be accordion content, and then we are gonna append it to the accordion element. So the fragment. I'll just make it up. And for container, basically append. Sorry, I think this fragment also has to append it. Frag dot append child accordion element, and container needs to have the fragment appended to it. So we have everything now. Let us see, something should be visible in the UI, I guess, at least now. Right, type server. As you can see, we have something now here as shown. Each of the headers have a data position 0. Okay. Now we need to attach an event listener also. So container dot add event listener, click, one click. Let me write the on click function now. It's gonna get the event. We need to get the position e dot target. We're gonna basically get the click from a data set. Basically, we're gonna click on the headers only, and it's gonna allow us to get the data set from it. Okay. Position, and we need to check if is nan. Basically, it needs to be a number, or at least a stringified version of the number. If it is, only then you're gonna execute our otherwise code. If it's not, then you're gonna return it. It is nan position. Okay. If it is a number, or it's at least a stringified version of a number, then it's gonna allow our next lines of code is gonna get executed. So we need to basically, first of all, now we need to get the header elements also. So let me write let header elements go to our document query selector all. I'm gonna get the header elements now. And first of all, I need to iterate through all of the header elements. I'll remove it from all of them by default. But if suppose the header element dot get attribute data hyphen position, if this is equal to what position, that means where the correct position. And if that is the case, then I'll just add it back like this. Let's see. Let me show you what I meant here. Let me expand this. As you can see, the nothing is active currently. When I click on it, it becomes active. Okay. When I click on this one, it becomes deactivated. Okay. Sorry about this. I think we don't need to remove anything as such. We just need to toggle it. Okay. Now let me again refresh it. When you click on it, it becomes active. When you click on a second one, that also becomes active. But when we click again, it becomes deactive. Sorry, the active gets removed and the content gets the style of display now. So I think that is it, I guess. If you would like, you can add extra content also from the index.js here. Maybe I can write one more. See, as you can see, it becomes reusable in that way. Cool. I think that was it for this whole video, and